Everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One, here to help you find joy and empowerment in your wig journey. Today we're going to take a close look at a brand new color just released by Belle Tress, Spring 2022. The color is called Tress Leches Blonde. I purchased all the featured wig styles with my own funds. You can find them at Wig Studio One. If you drop below this video and expand the description box, you will find a direct product link. If you click on that link, it will take you out to Wig Studio One. You can take a look at the style, all of the color options, purchase from there if you like. And if you need any help at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. Tress Leches Blonde joins an ever-growing group of rooted blondes by Belle Tress, and behind me you're going to find them all. There are 6 rooted blondes back here on the top rack, and among them is one in the color Tress Leches Blonde. Now I tried to use all the same style because it's easier to compare colors that way, but I did not have a Dalgona 16 in the Honey With Chai Latte. So I used my lemonade style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and try on the Dalgona 16 in Tress Leches Blonde. We're gonna break down the color, sort of unpack all of the details on that, and then I will compare them to all of the other Belle Tress Blondes. So which one is the new one? Have you figured it out yet? They're also very similar, but yet the differences are so subtle in some cases that it might make all the difference for you when you go to purchase based on your skin tone and preferences. So here it is. Here is the Tress Leches Blonde on the Dalgona. Now a lot of times the blondes do appear a little bit brighter and lighter on camera than in actual. You know, that's just a reality of having light bright enough in here that you can actually see me. I would have loved to seen some sunshine or some sort of natural light coming through the window today to help display these colors. However, today it is very rainy, dark, and gloomy. We are going to do this today, rain or shine, so to speak. So let's go ahead and try it on and break it down. This is the regular Dalgona 16. It is not the hand-tied version. I would have loved to have this in the hand-tied version. However, there was a little bit of a longer back order for this color, and I wanted to get it right away so that we could take a look at it, compare it. Belle Tress colors in general, but especially the blondes, I think are very well done. They have lots of layering of colors. Typically, they present a really nice dimension. A lot of people would spend a lot of money in a salon to try to attempt some of these colors. They use a lot of layering of color. There's always a lot of depth and dimension. These are mindful, well thought out colors. And I think this Tress Leches Blonde does fit nicely within their palette of blonde shades that are rooted or shaded at the root. So Tress Leches, it translates into 3 milks. And I think that's really apt for this color because I'm looking at a really creamy blend of light blondes here. So among the colors distributed in this 3 milks blonde blend, I'm seeing some honey, I'm seeing some gold, and I'm seeing some ash, all blended together here. And I think the blending process is really what's going to make this color. It's going to tell the story of this color. So what we're looking at for the dimension is that along the back and at the root or underneath the hair in the style, you're going to see the darker colors. And this might be a little more hard to pick out, but I'm seeing some of that darker honey blonde and natural blonde back there. And it's harder to pick up on camera. But then on the top, and around the crown and sides, that's where you're getting into that really pale blonde. And I'm almost picking up on some ash, pale ash, and some pale gold in there as well. So it's a really soft, creamy blend overall. And then the root. This is one thing that I absolutely love about Belle Tress is that they're moving more towards a multi-tonal root process as well. So gone are the days when you just see a stark medium brown root that abruptly breaks out into the main color. That looks a little harsh to me, but this is more of a softer blend. These roots transition beautifully. So within this root here, you're going to see a combination of some medium and light brown. And that brown is more natural brown, so it doesn't appear to be brassy in tone. It's not too ashy and dark. It's definitely multi-tonal. So I think they've done a great job at mimicking a very natural root look here on this color. So I know you're going to ask, is this warm or is it cool? And my answer is, it's neutral. A lot of times on Belle Tress colors, they're not all warm and they're not all cool. They generally use a lot of different blends that have a mixture of just about everything in there. But then if you see a highlight that's more profuse and it's an ash, it's going to lean cool. Or if the highlight leans a little bit gold, it might pull a little bit warm. So in this case, I think it is a true neutral blonde. I think it would be suitable for lots of different skin tones and preferences. So if you enjoy cool blondes or if you enjoy warm blondes, I think you could definitely wear this. So let's go ahead and start our comparisons. I'm going to pull each one of these out and we're going to take a look at it next to the Tres Leches. Now this one is the Rootbeer Float Blonde. So the Rootbeer Float Blonde consists of some light sandy browns, some darker sandy blondes. There's some platinum in there. And there might also be just a touch of beige as well. And all of that is on a medium brown root. Again, very natural looking brown root. That's multi-tonal. So the Tres Leches is going to be lighter and brighter and a creamier, a less dramatic blend. Okay, next I have the Butterbeer Blonde on Dalgona here. And this is a dark sandy blonde with some platinum highlighting in there. This one does have a medium brown root. So next to the Tres Leches then, the Tres Leches, you're really picking up on some of that pale gold blonde next to some of the more sandy and ash tones of the Butterbeer. So I almost feel like both of these are fairly neutral in tone. Depending on how much platinum is in the Butterbeer Blonde might make it lean more cool, but also a neutral tone blonde. There might be a little more of a yellowish, creamy yellow blend in the Tres Leches compared to the Butterbeer. A similar root color, a medium brown. Okay, so next we want to take a look at the Honey With Chai Latte. So the Honey With Chai Latte is going to be a warmer blonde blend compared to the Tres Leches. Okay, so the Honey With Chai Latte is some gold blondes, and then also you're going to see in there some baby gold, which actually really neutralizes a lot of that more of a rusty gold look of the Honey With Chai Latte. And then you have a medium brown, a true medium brown root there. So compared to the Tres Leches is going to be lighter and brighter and a little more neutral compared to this Honey With Chai Latte. Okay, next let's examine the Bombshell Blonde. This is the lightest, brightest rooted blonde in the Belle Tress Rooted Blondes collection. And so if you like platinums, this would be fantastic. There is a lot of dimension also in the Bombshell. And I always love the root on Bombshell. It's a nice light brown root. A nice light root on this light blonde is always more attractive than a darker root. So you're going to see a lot of white and platinum in this color. Then you're going to see a mixture of some light gold blonde as well, or in some natural blonde. Now compared to the Tres Leches, it's almost like they just took the Bombshell Blonde and toned it down a little bit, you know, made it more of a creamy, less bright blend. But I think they have a lot of similarities in their colors. And the Bombshell root is going to be lighter compared to the natural brown blend of the Tres Leches root. Okay, and we're going to see more of this in the side-by-sides. And then the last rooted blonde that I'll show you is the Dalgona 16 in Champagne with Apple Pie. I've seen this become a very warm color on some blends, and then on others it's just more creamy and pale. So I feel like if I had to say the Tres Leches blonde is between the Champagne with Apple Pie and the Bombshell, that's kind of where it's positioned within the two. So the Champagne with Apple Pie, you're also going to find a blend of some neutrals and some warm pale blondes, and then that on a light brown root as well. But I think for the most part, you're going to see that the Tres Leches is a little bit more neutral than some of the warm tones in the Champagne with Apple Pie. It may be a bit lighter and brighter based on the piece that I have, or the pieces that I have, but it's very similar. I think if you like one, you'll probably end up liking the other for sure. So we're going to get started on our comparisons. I'm going to try to do a 6-way side-by-side comparison. I've tried them before. If it doesn't work out, I'll kind of do a split screen so that you can get the best comparison possible. And thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to look these up at Wig Studio One. All of the links are below. And we will see you again real soon, right here on Taz's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One.